You use dozens, maybe hundreds of products every single day. Your phone, that app you use to order coffee, the streaming service you're going to binge tonight. But have you ever really stopped to think about who's behind it all? The person whose job it is to decide what features get added, what problems get solved, and ultimately what makes a product succeed or totally fail? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain on that exact role, product management.
It's a real puzzle, isn't it? You see a brilliant idea, some amazing new app, or a revolutionary gadget, but then it just fizzles out. Meanwhile, something really similar just completely takes off and soars. So what's the deal? Well, the answer isn't just about having a great idea. It's about having a crucial and often misunderstood guide working tirelessly behind the scenes.
And that guide, that's the product manager. Yeah, more often than not, the secret ingredient separating a runaway success from a forgotten failure is great product management. They're the strategic force that makes sure a brilliant idea actually becomes a brilliant and successful product.
So what is it really? Well, the official definition says it's the business function covering a product from start to finish. But honestly, a much better way to think about it is this. Product management is kind of like mission control for a product. It's guiding it from a scribble on the back of a napkin all the way to a global launch and everything that comes after.
This right here, this gets to the absolute heart of a PM's job. They are the glue. They're the ones holding everything together, making sure the designers, the engineers, and the marketers are all on the same page, working from the same playbook. And at the same time, they're the bridge that connects all these different worlds, translating big business goals into technical requirements and turning customer feedback into actual product features. So how do they actually pull all this off? Well, they're constantly asking three absolutely critical questions. First, are we solving a real burning problem for our customers? Second, does this product actually help our company hit its biggest goals? And third, and this might be the most important one, is everyone, from the CEO all the way down to the newest engineer, is everyone rowing in the same direction, totally united by the same vision?
Okay, but being that bridge, that's not a one-and-done kind of task. A product manager is in it for the long haul. So to really get this role, we need to look at the entire life story of a product and see how the PM is the constant guiding hand through every single twist and turn.
Now, this might look like a nice, neat, straight line, but in the real world, it's more like a loop. Teams are constantly jumping back and forth. It all kicks off with innovation, that spark of a new idea. Then comes analysis, where you ask, okay, but is this actually a good idea? Will people pay for it? Once it gets the green light, it's into development, where the thing actually gets built and tested. Then it's all hands on deck for the go-to-market phase, the big launch. And once it's out in the world, it's in the in-life stage, where the PM is just obsessively tracking performance. And eventually, even the best products reach their end of life. The PM is the one constant, keeping it all on track through the chaos.
All right, here's something that trips a lot of people up. The role of a product manager is so often confused with a project manager. And look, they work super closely together, but what they focus on is fundamentally different. Let's clear this up once and for all.
And this illustrates the difference perfectly. Think of it like you're building a house. The product manager, they're the architect. They're deciding what kind of house to build, who it's for, and why someone would even want to live there. They're all about that big picture vision. The project manager, on the other hand, is the construction foreman. They take the architect's blueprint and they focus on the how, creating a schedule, managing the crew, and making sure the house gets built correctly, on time and on budget.
Okay, so we know what they do, and we know how they're different from a project manager. But what really separates a good product manager from a truly great one? What's their superpower? It all boils down to this one single crucial idea. In a room full of competing priorities, you got engineers focused on what's possible, you got executives focused on what's profitable. The great product manager has one non-negotiable job: to be the unwavering, passionate voice of the customer, to advocate for the user above everything else. That is their superpower. So how do they actually use this superpower effectively? It really comes down to mastering these three things. First, they have to be the ultimate user advocate, always fighting for what the customer truly needs. Second, they need unshakable strategic clarity, knowing exactly what problem they are solving better than anyone else. And finally, they have to drive success, using deep market knowledge, not just to build a product, but to build a product that actually wins.
Because really, at the end of the day, that's what product management is all about. Finding a problem and then passionately, obsessively solving it for people. So it kind of leaves us with a pretty simple question. What problem are you passionate about solving? Whatever your answer is, that's where the next great product begins.